Oh, all right. They also say hi, hi.
Well, we say hi, hi to them too.
All right. What about saying hi, hi as well?
Hi, hi.
Hi, hi.
Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you
That was lovely.
for allowing us to share a portion of our experience of life.
Yes, we're looking forward to more.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I just want to thank
Speak
you.
up and be bold so that all may hear what you have to share.
Sorry. I just want to thank you for acting as a reflection for me.
We thank you for allowing us to do so.
I have a question about instant manifestation.
Instant manifestation, yes.
I know that everything instantly manifested and all through the time delay.
Yes. Time delay, remember, time delay is just an illusion.
Right.
There actually is no such thing as a time delay.
Okay.
There is always instant manifestation, every moment. It's just that what you instantly manifest in the next moment may not appear to look very different than what you were manifesting the moment before. But it is completely different. The way you would then recognize that you're always instantly manifesting is to create the next instant manifestation to look very different from the one before it. That's how you'll tell you're instantly manifesting. That's how instant manifestation would be revealed, but you're already instantly manifesting, but most of you are doing it in such a way that you're creating a sense of flow and continuity in such a slow change appearance that it appears as if there's a time delay when no such thing exists. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So where do you wish to go with this idea from here?
I want to...
Speak up, speak up.
Sorry. I wanted to create a device or a thing that allows instant manifestation.
But you are the device or thing that creates instant manifestation.
I know that, but...
You want to create a reflection, a simulacrum
Yeah.
of that.
It would be an equivalent of the controls of the holodeck.
You may do that if you wish. What is the first thing your imagination tells you as what would be the best way to approach creating such a simulacrum?
It tells me to start getting rid of my belief systems.
No, not getting rid of them, transforming them.
Bypassing them, yeah.
From what to what? Can you pick a specific belief you have now that is not allowing you to do this and tell us what you would like to transform it into that would allow you to do it?
It would be a simple belief that, we walk around the world and, we interact and we touch a wall and it's there, that kind of belief, whatever that is.
All right. And what kind of a belief can you actually replace it with that would allow you more flexibility and malleability in the illusion of space-time?
Well, I was thinking about beliefs as maybe like a virus. Could I program a belief to be a virus and take out the beliefs in the way?
All right. You can do that.
Okay. The zone, neutral zone that you were talking about,
Yes.
I assume that's a method to get that done?
It is one permission slip that takes advantage of certain strong underlying archetypal common energies for you all. So yes, it might work for you as well. If you wish to apply any specific twist to it in your imagination, feel free to do so because your imagination knows what it's doing when it does that.
Do you have a practical method you could suggest to me?
Was that not a practical method?
Yeah, it was. Maybe
So what other practical method are you referring to?
more in alignment with my excitement.
Allow yourself to sit in an empty room, and besides the room, have one other object of your choosing in that room. I would suggest that the object be of a homogeneous material. You understand? Not many mixed materials.
Okay.
One homogeneous thing. As you sit in the absolutely empty room with that homogeneous thing, allow yourself to view it in relatively low light, whatever color seems peaceful to you. Have the light behind you so you can't see it, but have it be bright enough just to see the thing. And as you look at that thing, remember what we said about the prime radiant, do you?
No.
All right.
Sorry.
Imagine this first. What your scientists call a subatomic particle. This is just a euphemism, but it will do for this exercise, all right? A subatomic particle. Can you imagine that?
Sort of.
Sort of. All right, doesn't matter. It's not a precise thing because, as I said, it's only a euphemism. It's only a symbol. Whichever way you choose to depict it will work, all right?
Okay.
All right, so do you have the picture of that subatomic particle?
Yeah.
All right, now, imagine that this subatomic particle has no restrictions, no limitations. It can actually move at infinite speed if it wants to. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
If something can move at infinite speed, that means it can be everywhere at once, correct?
Right.
Yes?
Yes.
That means it could appear to be more than one particle, couldn't it?
Yes.
All right. But you know it's the same particle, yes?
Yes.
All right. That is actually how reality is structured. All of the subatomic particles in you are the same subatomic particle, and they're the same subatomic particle in every single person in the room, and on the planet, and in the universe. The same one particle. Not the same one kind. The literally same one particle makes up everything by being so infinitely fast that it can actually appear to be another particle and another particle and another particle next to itself at the same time. So the trillions upon trillions upon trillions, apparently, of particles are actually the same particle appearing next to itself over and over and over and over again in a geometric relationship not unlike what you are seeing in the holotope diagram. Traces that path on a multitude of dimensions beyond what's represented here, but nevertheless, that's a good slice or shadow of the idea of a higher dimensional form that represents the geometric path that particle is tracing at infinite speed. And every time it crosses itself, every time it crosses its path, it creates the idea of another particle. Now, having said that, the idea is that when you sit in that empty room, aside from that one other object, if you can begin to imagine the particle going back and forth between you and that object, creating all of the particles in your body and all of the particles in that object, and begin to really start to understand and truly comprehend, truly viscerally begin to feel that it actually is the same particle, that you are that object, that object is you. As soon as there becomes no difference between you and that object, you will achieve the state you are looking for, because you will become equal to any other thing you call an object, and there will be no concept of blockage between you. You can become, you can pass through, up, down, it doesn't matter. You can, in that sense, become immaterial to each other because you recognize you are one and the same thing at that moment, and you can trade places in any way, shape, or form you wish. How's that as an exercise?
That could work.
Yes, it could. So play with that and see what happens, all right?
Yeah, I was wondering, is it possible to, instead of do it that way, is it possible to contact a higher consciousness?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Remember, what we have initially said also is that the whole point here is to contact your own higher consciousness as well, because if it's not part of the equation, you actually won't be able to contact another higher consciousness. We wish to tell you all a little secret that we have recently begun to reveal to many of you. You're talking to your higher self right now. But you are allowing us to color it for you with our consciousness to allow you to give yourselves permission to talk to your higher consciousness. You're using us as a simulacrum to give yourself permission to talk to your own higher minds. but your higher mind is who you're actually talking with when you speak with us. So go have fun. Your higher mind will be with you. All right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Andrew, you good day.
Thank you. We have this kind of idea in our civilization. It's about utopia. It's when everything is perfect and we were trying to build it. And how it's like your civilization doesn't look like.
Our civilization operates on what you would call perfect synchronicity. Everyone is where they need to be, when they need to be there, interacting with perfectly who they need to interact with at exactly the right place and the right time. No one tries to do anything. Everything just happens automatically, like an automatic choreography. We are all in perfect harmony, all in perfect joy, because the only thing that excites us is to do what excites us. And everything that excites us harmonizes perfectly with everything that excites everyone else, and we all come together to do things, and we all split apart to do our own things, exactly when we need to.
So how we come up with these ideas, it's not kind of, it doesn't remind anything like you was talking about, this neutral zone and your
Yes,
civilization.
as each and every one of you learn to validate the individuals that you are, you will start to recognize that unity, complete harmony, is the product of absolute validation of all the individuals within the union. So by each individual becoming more their full self, by acting on their passion, by going into this neutral zone, becoming a fully balanced being, then each individual will begin to work in perfect harmony with every other individual who also does the same. And the more individuals that do that and create that state of being will then create a harmonious world. But you must understand another secret about the idea of changing your world. You actually don't change the world. You just change yourself and shift yourself to a parallel Earth that is already representative of the vibration you have changed to. The old Earth is still there, it's just that you're not focused on it anymore. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Does
Yes.
that help you?
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you.
And small question, like I don't remember any experience like people describing about a lot of with abduction and everything else.
Yes.
Does it mean that I don't have any relatives in other civilization?
It does not mean that. It just may mean that they didn't happen that way.
Ah,
You understand?
yeah.
You all have relatives in other civilizations for a variety of reasons, but it may not necessarily have taken place that way. All right?
All right. And another question, like in the childhood, I always had this, I don't know, memory or idea that like I was brought here for this kind of strange program.
All right, well, maybe you do have relatives that way.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I thought maybe it's how you, yeah.
If there is any need for you to remember many of these experiences and interactions, then as your life unfolds by following your passion, you will automatically remember. Remember, you will never miss an appointment that you need to keep. The only way to miss an appointment that you have arranged is by worrying that you will miss the appointment. That's the only way to miss the appointment. Otherwise, if you don't worry that you'll miss the appointment, you cannot miss the appointment. So you will remember everything you need to remember. You will keep every appointment you need to keep by just following your passion. It's an automatically organizing principle. So if there's anything about this you need to remember, it will come to you in whatever way serves you best. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Pleasant dreams.
Thank you.
Greetings, Bashar.
And a you good day.
I would like you to speak about phobias.
Phobias. Yes.
Specifically, why does it take the energy away from you to give you a fear about something that you shouldn't be afraid of?
If you are afraid of it, it is an indication of a belief system within you. Every single emotion is an indication of a definition you believe to be true about yourself in relation to the circumstance. So phobias are strong symbols of a definition that is out of alignment with your true self, and it is a sparkling opportunity when you feel the fear to use the fear as an indicator and a guide to find out what that definitional belief is, so that in identifying it, you can transform it. But it almost always has to do with the idea of a belief or a definition about yourself in relationship to something in the circumstance or some circumstance in your life that it symbolizes. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe?
No.
Oh, all right. What about it doesn't make sense?
The way that it controls my higher consciousness, that I'm very passionate about being somewhere else.
You mean you are afraid to be where you are
Yes.
so much that you wish you were somewhere else?
It's
That's not being passionate. That's being anxious.
Okay.
So the idea, again, is that anytime a fear comes up, be it the idea of what you might call a quote-unquote normal fear or something on the level of a phobia, it is an indication, and I'll go further this time, it is an indication of a belief or a definition about yourself in relation to some circumstance in your life. That's what a general fear is. An indication of some negative belief about yourself in relation to some circumstance in your life. A phobia, being that it is so much more amplified or magnified, is an indication not only of a negative belief about yourself in relation to some circumstance in your life, it is also an indication of a belief, of the existence of a negative belief that allows you to be addicted to the negative belief about yourself. It's a reinforcer, an amplifying belief that's also negative. That's why it's a phobia. That's why it is so highly amplified. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, nevertheless, still an opportunity to ask the ultimate question in any and all of such circumstances when they crop up. The question being, what would I have to believe is true about myself in relation to some circumstance in my life for me to feel this way about this thing? What does this symbolize to me in my life? When you start asking those kinds of questions in a meditative, quiet state, once you have neutralized the idea, you will start getting answers about what belief system the phobia represents. So the first step is when you feel the fear, all right, be somewhere else, back away, neutralize it, don't put meaning into it, remove the negative meaning. It's just a situation. It's a neutral prop. It's nothing. It means nothing at all. Now then ask the question, what would I have to believe is true in order to have this fear, to have this feeling about some circumstance in my life that this thing represents? When you do that from a neutrally balanced place of meditation and you're quiet and listen for an answer, you will start to hear your higher mind answer you about what the negative belief actually is. You'll start to get a feeling. You'll start to get a picture. You'll start to hear something, or you'll just get a knowingness. Something will just pop into your head, or you'll feel inspired about something. You will get some information. But that's the question. What do I have to believe is true about myself in order to feel the way I do? That's the fundamental question. Make sense?
Yes.
Does that help you?
Yes.
Anything
Thank
else?
you. No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'd also like to talk to the teleconference attendees for just a moment and let them know that if we do have a dropout of our signal, to stay online because we will reconnect you. So thank you all for joining us. Would you like to ask a question? Okay, go ahead and sit here.
Hi, Bashar.
And you good day.
It's wonderful to be with you again still.
It is always a joy for us to interact with each and every one of you.
Thanks. I was hoping that you could answer to identify for us what the chemtrails are that have been happening around the planet and whether this...
We will not talk about chemtrails.
Okay.
That data is no longer available from this terminal.
Okay. Otherwise, can you tell us anything of the the man-made genetically manipulated virus, the H1N1 swine flu that apparently is man-made?
That data is no longer available from this terminal.
And then otherwise...
Are you noticing a pattern?
Yes. And, well, third one, and I hope it's not the same response, but the question of the apparently impending compulsory vaccination that is planned for everyone to have.
That data is no longer available through this terminal.
Okay.
Do you know why?
No.
These are all negatively oriented, fear-inducing based belief systems.
Okay.
In this particular time now of our interactions with all of you, we simply cannot expend frequencies and energies in those domains.
So in doing so for us, then they will not exist.
Remember, in the reality of the vibration that you prefer to choose, such things simply would not exist. Therefore, it is pointless to discuss things which are not a part of a reality you say you don't prefer.
Great. Well, thank
Do
you.
you understand?
Yep, I do. That's wonderful.
We know that to many of you this may seem simplistic, but it is actually quite powerfully profound if you really take the full meaning of this to heart. So thank you for allowing us to reflect the idea of the preferred vibration of the new reality back to you.
Thank you. That's very empowering.
Thank you.